Okay.
Right.
Just in time. What an entrance. Hi, welcome. Right.
Yeah. Just bear with us tonight because we're like, I don't think it's
holiday now.
Yeah. We'll just make it through this. We can do this, Fiona. Good evening. Welcome to tonight's multi-region training with myself, Executive Regional Vice President Zoe Allen, and National Vice President in Qualification, Fiona McCarthy. So yeah, this evening we'll take you through my housekeeping dates of the diary. We're going to share some of the Arbot updates coming out. I'm going to take you back to some business basics with my lovely assistant Gemma over here. Fiona's going to talk a little bit about mindset. She's able to put it together. Yeah, you might just step in a minute. Okay, anyway, let's random. So some dates for the diary. So we have the area trainings happening all over the place now. So we have a Bourne area training on the 31st of October.
Fancy dress?
Yeah, it's fancy dress. Compulsory, apparently. I missed it off. So they said it's
Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween?
yeah. It's random. And then Stamford area training is Saturday the 10th in the Cozy Club. 10. Is it in the Cozy Club actually? I didn't check. They changed the venue. Cozy Club. 10 till 12. Wales area training is the 17th of October with Melton. And then you've got Laura Leggett's area training is over in Leicester on the 31st as well. You just have to stress Laura. The next region training will be Monday the 2nd of November. And so there'll be one in Melton. I should imagine we'll be here, won't we? We'll book here because we've got Wi-Fi here and we're all more comfortable here. So we've got a bar. Yeah. And then we've got the multi-region Zoom is 9 o'clock on Sundays on the same Zoom ID every week. There are lots of Discover Arbons happening all over the place. I'm tending now to pop mine onto the nation's calendar. So if you haven't got the link for the uknationevents.com where you can find the national Discover Arbons, and the password is I can. And you go on there to find the Discover Arbons happening all over the place. If I do them, I'll put them on there, or they'll go onto the Facebook event. There's one in Ipswich on the 12th. That's on that page, and there'll be I don't know when Stamford one is.
I think it was the Monday, the third Monday.
Third Monday of the month in Stamford. Second Monday.
Second Monday is the Monday you're back.
The 12th.
The 12th.
The Monday the 12th.
That's when we're in.
Yeah, we're doing one. And then there's one's happening in Leicester now. I'm in Leicester every fortnight. That'll vary between Blazes and Discover Arbons.
And Peterborough.
Yeah. But do just kind of contact if you've got people in different areas and just ask that what's happening, where the Discover Arbons, you can connect people into those. Okay, so we're going to go into some Arbon updates for you. So where's my lovely assistant Antonia Dow to help with this?
Everything on my bed.
I'll have to get the
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So on the 6th of October. Oh no, I can't. So on the 6th of October.
Stand on this side. Stand on this side.
Start again. Okay. On the 6th of October, the Advanced Anti-Aging Face ASVP will be launched. This will be in addition to the current RE9 ASVP. The new RE9 ASVP will now include the RE9 Advanced Lifting and Contouring Day and Eye Cream. Oh, we're going to have samples.
Oh, sorry.
I
meant to bring the product in. Sorry.
Okay, so for consultants, the price will be £184. And for preferred clients, the price is £220. So what are these new additions to the RE9 Advanced collection?
What next?
Yeah, we can do the next one. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Sorry.
So the revolutionary day cream with SPF 15 and the newly developed lifting and contouring eye cream address the needs of advanced aging skin to lift and contour your skin's appearance. These creams also help your skin look more toned and volumized by supporting collagen and elastin, resulting in the appearance of increased volume and replumped skin along upper cheeks and around the eyes, and the appearance of a more lifted, toned contour face. When you were young, your face is shaped like an inverted triangle, known as the triangle of beauty. With age, that triangle starts to invert due to sagging skin and jowls forming. This causes the lower part of the face to appear square rather than pointed. RE9 Advanced Lifting and Contouring products, when combined with the rest of the RE9 Advanced line, helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles while also helping the skin look more lifted with more youthful, defined contours. Arbonne recommends using both advanced aging products to get the maximum benefit. So on to the skincare regime.
So the reason that picture we chose, so if you look on the source, the key selling points for that product range, this new lifting and contouring products, is on their download. So that's what the document looks like. If you search for that range on the source, you'll get that. You can print it off, find the information.
Okay, so if you look on the slide, you'll see on the morning treat and protect regime and the evening treat regime, there are now options. For the morning and evening treat routine, the RE9 Advanced Corrective Eye Cream can be used if you suffer from fine lines, wrinkles, and dark circles. The RE9 Advanced Lifting and Contouring Eye Cream should be used for advanced wrinkles, which I know, I'm thinking mine. Lifting and toning around the eye area. Remember, when using eye cream, you apply by patting gently to the upper brow and continuing around the under eye area. So for your skincare protection, there are now 3 choices. There's the RE9 Advanced Restorative Day Cream with an SPF of 20, which protects against fine lines, wrinkles, and lack of firmness. The RE9 Advanced Extra Moisture Day Cream is exactly the same, but is targeted more for dry skin. The new RE9 Advanced Lifting and Contouring Cream has an SPF of 15 and is for advanced wrinkles, lifting, toning, and improving the look of facial contours. This is a really helpful chart to use when selling or recommending the RE9 products, as it makes the skincare regime very clear. This can be found on the source along with a lot of clinical stats if you are promoting these new products and want to include 2 and 8 week improvement results. There are also some great social media promotion tips relating to these products.
Brilliant, thank you. Oh, wait
What do you prefer, book or CD? Oh, CD, please. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. That's brilliant. So basically, your blue products are for more advanced wrinkles. In basic, in a nutshell.
We saw what else you said. I think they say that probably after 50.
After 50, yeah. Yeah, we were kind of guesstimating that, weren't we? Kind of.
For your baby boomers.
Yeah. That's what my mum was discussing when we said that.
I don't think without sending anyone.
Yeah.
Baby boomers.
So also on the 6th of October launches the new Nutrition ASVP pack. I couldn't find a picture with protein in it. Yay! So we had the 50% off ASVP with the meal replacement shakes, and we had 2 meal replacements. You had a couple of fish sticks, the tea, the Omega Digestion Plus, and now you can choose either. So you could have one with the protein instead of meal replacements if you prefer your protein shakes, which is brilliant because it's such a good package that is. Are we all clear on? Do you want me to just touch on the difference between the protein and the meal replacement? Would that help? Yeah. So the meal replacement shakes is kind of the front row. So your meal replacement shakes is kind of government kind of approved as an official meal replacement. So there's a balance of fibre, carbohydrate, and protein in there. There's only pea and rice protein in the meal replacement. It's missing the energy complex that the protein shake has, and
what else is about it? It's slightly more calories. You use 3 scoops instead of 2. It is a smaller scoop. It still comes in a bag of 30 servings, and the price is the same. To me, the meal replacement does make me feel fuller. But the protein shake, it has an energy complex in it. So it has alpha-alpha, ginseng, kelp, and Q10. So it's there to provide energy. It has less carbohydrate, and it's missing the fibre. So it is more, it's higher protein. Well, it's not higher protein, but there isn't the carbs with it. And you have that mixture of pea, cranberry, and rice protein. So it's got the cranberry protein in, which a meal replacement doesn't have. So if somebody's using it as a post-workout, then you would go for the protein rather than the meal replacement.
Why doesn't the meal replacement have cranberry?
You know what? I don't know. Good question. The benefit of having all 3 is that you have the full complement of amino acid, and if you're using it as a protein to rebuild muscle after you've broken it down in exercise, then you need to have all those amino acids essential. So your meal replacement is designed as a weight loss program, really. As your protein is designed for your kind of post-workout recovery. I think
actually you lose more on protein than you do on meal.
You lose more weight. You find there's less calories in it.
Less carbohydrate.
Yeah, less carbohydrate. And to me, my school of thought on nutrition is that you don't mix carbohydrate and protein. And some people just go on taste, so they taste different. The meal replacement is slightly maltier, and the protein is sweeter. So protein is more chocolatey. It's a sweeter flavour, and some people just prefer one over the other. I think, to me, I think a lot of us have switched back to the protein, haven't we? That have gone. I think you're getting more benefits in it. To me, sometimes when they've stripped a lot out to keep the price point the same in the meal replacements. They've taken out some of the good stuff just to add in some of the bulking stuff like the fibre and the carbohydrate, but you can still add fibre to your protein anyway.
More QB.
Is there more QB? No, adding fibre, fibre. Yeah.
It comes in the packet.
Yes.
Does it come in both?
Yeah.
Is there 6 grams in the protein?
No,
in
Yeah.
Yeah. It was when you buy the bundle, you get a bag of fibre, which is great. Fibre bullet. So that's a brief difference between the two. So 6th of October that launches. And then at the moment, up till the end of December, they're running a double rewards program for your preferred clients. So your preferred clients can earn money off their next shop, depending on how much they've spent. At the moment, they're doubling that money off, which is great. I mean, we're putting orders through, and people are getting £36 off their next shop, and some quite good. And then they have to use it within a certain time frame. It's 2 months. 2 months after they've earned the rewards, they have to have spent the rewards, and they spend the rewards on their next order that's over £115. So it shows you if their order is a bit below 115, I think it was 180, then they earn a £12 reward off their next order. It's between 190 and something else, 264. Then you got to the next level, it's £24 off. So they're doubling the preferred client rewards as well. And your preferred client rewards, you can. It's a good reason to call them and say, by the way, you've got these rewards that are going to expire. So if you would like to use them, this is how you do it.
Can you see that then on the...
Somewhere in this app, yeah. Do you know where it is on?
Yeah, in your dashboard, you go into My Reports, and then there's a thing that's a tab that's called Source and something else. Source something, I can't remember what the other bit is. And that brings up then a way of searching. So then you can search for host rewards or preferred client rewards for renewals.
I think it's also on that drop down thing.
It is on that drop down thing, but unless you've done this source thing, it doesn't actually search for it. Right. You have to have activated the source thing.
So into your stats, into the reports and stuff.
Not like in the Caribbean.
Yeah, well, it used to be easier to see it on the old system, but you've just now got to look for it. But it is there, so the system will show you this. And then we've also got the new offer of the month, the Double the Energy, which launched today. So this runs for the whole of October. If you buy 1 box of Fizz6, you get the same flavour for free. So it's another buy one get one free offer. I know we had huge success when the protein was on buy one get one free. And I think this will be equally successful because we love our Fizz6 and we can really promote these as being they're an alkaline energy drink. So if you know people that are drinking, relying on things like Coke, especially if they want to lose weight and they're drinking Coke, Coke is highly acidic, and people don't always account a liquid to them putting on the weight. It's actually if you switch that
acidic energy drink to an alkaline energy drink. That's going to help you lose weight, and you'll still get the benefits of having that extra energy. So these are a great. We love them, and we know we love them, and we can recommend them more. And this offer is available to us this month, which is amazing. So we stuff you from fish sticks. Okay, so next up we have Executive Area Manager Laura Leggett, who's going to do her why.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody. Hi, right, my name's Laura Leggett, and I'm an independent consultant with Arbon International, and I'm an Executive Area Manager. I'm here today to talk about how I got involved and why I joined this amazing business called Arbon. They say Arbon finds you. I believe this statement to be true, so I'll tell you how my journey began. My sponsor, Zoe Allen, I met her when I was working at Stafford Park, where I looked after the eldest child, Theo. So he worked very long hours as a podiatrist, which meant Theo being in childcare full time. So Zoe used to be very, very shy. She was, I'd seen her, she was just like, there you go, Theo, and that was it, and used to run off. So it was like, hi, bye, see you at 5 kind of thing, and didn't really have much conversation because she was always so busy. However, I did go to the gym a lot, and that's where I met her husband, John. So I used to speak to John quite a lot in the gym, as he just talks forever.
Yeah. He talks very much.
And he said that so we started this new business, which was doing really well. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought people start new businesses and get new jobs all the time. So there was my very first seed planted without me even knowing. A few weeks and months went by, and I could see Zoe's lifestyle changing. She was more confident, happy, she was chatty, she was spending less hours at work and started going horse riding, which she really enjoyed to do as a hobby. I could see that her whole lifestyle was changing. It was nice to see. She came in saying that she'd been away on conferences, meeting all these new great people. I was like, what's she up to? People came into work saying Zoe's been here, Zoe's been there. I'm like, I'm missing out on something. So so then one day Zoe came in with loads of sample kits, and all the girls just pounced on her like, I want to try it. And I was a bit more reserved at the back. Like, I think I was hoovering or something, but I was listening to what Zoe had to say. And what I can remember saying that she said was that they were Swiss products, and I had been to Switzerland probably a couple of years before, so I knew that Swiss products, they meant quality. So I was like, right, I'll just try them. And I got them home. I was really excited to try them, but I was really intrigued about the business side because I knew she was up to something and it was working and it was just exciting. So I messaged her saying, what do you do basically? Because I want to do it. And I was asking for a job basically, but I didn't really actually know what it was about. So I was at the point of my life where I was looking for something more, maybe university or something. I have got a little girl, so that's why I was looking for something more. And then from that, she invited me around to her house for a chat about the business. Upon arrival, I was a little bit nervous but excited, and I wanted to know what she was doing. Having heard the presentation I was in, I didn't know what I was doing, but what I did know, I know that I could have more time freedom, my lifestyle would improve dramatically, I'll be able to leave a legacy for my daughter, to earn crazy money, and even get a brand new car. Wow, it did sound too good to be true, but if it was, I was doing it, I was in. So I grabbed this opportunity and said yes. So I've been with Arbon, it'll be my 2-year anniversary on the 8th of October. So these past 2 years have been amazing. I can't imagine, I never thought my team would explode like last year has. It's been really, really great. So this brings me, so the past 2 years, it's been truly amazing. I've made hundreds of new friends, I mean hundreds. I'm more confident. You've never probably ever been
really cheeky.
Sorry. So I can see where my future is going to be for me and my little girl and myself. So this brings me to my big fat why. Why do I do Arbon? So the reason I do Arbon is because it enables me to provide my daughter Sophia provide my precious daughter Sophia an excellent head start in life, which she truly deserves, and a life I never thought could be possible. When you become a parent, you learn a lot from your own childhood, what you want your own child to see or become. I have a twin brother called Tom, and it amazes me to see what different paths we have taken. Growing up was tough, to say the least. Most of my childhood was brought up around alcohol and domestic violence. I saw a lot of things a child should never see. I didn't think I was going to cry.
Do you want me to do? Move bottom.
Okay. And my mother was an alcohol depressive and took serious implications on her health.
Sweet mum.
And when I was 9, I held her hand and said goodbye.
Sweet mum.
Yeah.
Let me read it.
No, with her, Gemma. Stand with her. Stand with her.
Where are you?
Yeah. So I'll be able to do it.
You sure?
I'm strong, it's okay. When I was 9, I held her hand and said goodbye. It was a week before my 10th birthday. This had a massive impact on my family. My father now looking after 2 young children. My brother's behaviour over the next few years was uncontrollable. He witnessed domestic violence for years and he thought that was normal, and he got into a lot of trouble with the police. A few years passed and my father became sick. I was around 13 and I became my dad's carer. He had a stroke and became blind.
It's set the right race.
So therefore, I got coke with my brother, and he got forced into a family in the village. Time went by, and my dad's health deteriorated rapidly. And the family decided that he should go into a care home. At that point, I went to live with other family members, but I felt a burden and just got pushed from place to post. Many a nights I just looked at the sky and just wished for the pain to go away. It gets better now. At the age of 21, I lost my father. But this brings me to my brother. Our upbringing really affected my brother, and he has struggled for years with alcohol and drugs, and he is now a heroin addict. He made that choice. You always have a choice, and I made a different choice. I broke that chain, that addictive chain, that I had hung over my family. It's not a promise. I moved away about 6 years ago and got away from all those bad memories, trauma, and constant fighting I had with my family. I started a freshly start in Melton Mowbray. It's the best thing I ever did. Looking back, like I said, I didn't have much of a childhood. It was full of trauma, upset, and a place I never ever want my daughter to go through. So I didn't share the story for pity, I promise. But it's to show sometimes the harder life you have just makes you so much stronger. It shows sometimes so much stronger. It gives you the fight, that burning desire to succeed for you to make that change. I made that change, and so can you. Be the change of something amazing. Arvin is truly an incredible company with a family of fun, loving people who care about your future, wanting you to live the life you truly deserve. Your dreams can become real. I'm living proof. top up.
Come here.
I rehearsed it like this.
That feels very significant now. A book. Oh, that's amazing, Laura. And it's taken 2 years for Laura to be able to do that. She's always, I've asked her, and she said no, 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 and then finally she said, I'm ready now to do this. Amazing.
Yeah, she might never do it again. We're privileged.
We are very privileged. Right, okay, so yeah, what's the boring stuff now? So I'm just, well, myself and lovely District Manager Gemma Jones is just going to take you through some of our business basics. So back to basics tonight. So I'm going to switch over to the internet. Okay, Google Drive. Who loves Google Drive? Yeah. Who doesn't love Google Drive? Yeah. Google Drive can become your best friend if you let it. It's not scary.
It is to start with.
Yeah, it might be to start with. So now when somebody joins us, when somebody joins a team, I always send them a link to, and I'm using this is Hetty Gifford, National Vice President's Google documents in here, and they are just incredible. And she is just so good at keeping them up to date and relevant, and everything's organised in a way that we can use it. And you just have to appreciate somebody else's strengths in this business, and that is definitely a strength of hers. And I said, okay, I'll be grateful for that, and use those tools that are available to us. So we're going to go into our Google Drive, and you open it up and you get something like this. And it's amazing. So now we've got global teams. So we've got teams in Australia, we've got people in America, and I can come into these like Australian folders and find everything in the dollars, and it's just phenomenal. It's all happening for us.
Like welcome packs and stuff.
It's incredible. So as it's the first day of the month, the first folder I'm going to start with is the goals. So on here, here's your goals. Okay. Yeah. New, and so number 2, new monthly info. This is where we take the Google Drive.
Can't you read? Oh, you can't make the page for me.
No, here's it gone.
Down a little bit.
I lost it. Oh, there it is. Let's open it again. Right, here we go. That's better. So when you go to new monthly info, you've got these folders in here. So just in the incentives, just be aware, because this has come from another team, there'll be their team's incentives in there as well. But there's also the Arbonne incentives in there that are running. New dates and kind of team trainings dates, like things like conferences are in there. And then you've got goal setting. So today I've gone into my goal setting folder and I've printed off my tracker for the month. So in here, you've got a personal strategy. So you can break your business down and start setting. I'll open that one up. Okay. So you can really stick your name in here. What month is it? What is your goal? So your promotional goal. Are you going for a qualification? Are you going for promotion? What's your income goal for the month? What's your QV goal? What's your mid-month QV goal? Okay, are you going for strong start? Are you a new consultant? Are you going for your 1500 strong start? Are you going for your grow strong? And then it's talking about your activity. So it's breaking it down into activity, what are you committed to doing? And then if you've got a team, what's the team's activity and what QBs will they be doing? And then you're looking at the skills that you're lacking. So you can think about the skills that are going to help you achieve your goals. What do you need to learn? What's your focus for the month? And I always advise you have a month's focus. So it could be the Discover Arbonne is your month's focus, or it might be your 60-second story, mastering that. So just focus on mastering one thing at a time, and then move on to the next thing. What's your book focus for the month? You're reading a personal development book. So really just set out your plan. It's like a business plan. You know, you're in business now, and see it as a business plan for your month.
Okay. And then you've got a bonus tracker there. If you're a district manager or an area manager, you can track your bonuses. You've got a mid-month review. And what you need to be doing today is your start of the month plan. So you've got a plan here. What went well? So it's a bit of a review over last month. So what went well? What do you feel good about? What activity made it happen? And what is working? What didn't go to plan? So you can review your month, and then you can set out the month ahead and what your goal is for this month. So you can work your way through this, and then you end up with the tracker, which you can do every day. So I've got one. This is my last month's tracker, which Jessica helps me with. It's got to be holding it up. But this is battered because every morning, the first thing I do now, I get up and I go and open my stats and I write them down. Nothing else on Facebook. I write my stats and then I write my affirmations in my little affirmation diary after that. So that's my battered QBs for the month. And I'm recording my activity. So in the calls bit, I will put how many prospects have I spoken to or met, done the Discover Arbon to. What kind of events were you doing? So I've got things in here, Discover Arbon, Zoom launches, blazes, different activity I've been doing, lots of launches in there. And then how many new preferred clients and consultants do you have? So you're tracking it every single day. So that is all there for you to use. All those tools are in there. Do we all know how to share a folder? So this morning, so I was thinking, okay, I went to print off my new sheets, which I've left in my printer. I need to go and get there. And then I was like, okay, I better share this with the team. So if I wanted to share just this folder, I'd right click on it, and then you want to get the link. So if you grab the link in here, you can just copy and paste that. So you can copy and paste that to your team and say, okay, team, look, I want you to go into this folder and print out your goals tracker for the month. So that's so easy to share everything in there as well.
So how do you share the whole Google Drive link?
So then you'll just go to, so the whole Google Drive is new consultants. If I right click on that, again, I can share it and I can get the link in there as well. So then that's it again. That was the link to the Google Drive folder.
Where did you get that from?
From right-clicking on new consultants at the top. And if I right-click on there, and then it opened up, and then I click share, and then it would give me the link. I just copy and paste it.
So you can't get the link from that bit. You have to share it, then get the link.
Yeah, if I went back to my drive, then you can right-click on there, and then it just get the link. Yeah, and it just goes straight to the link there. So it's really easy to copy and paste into an email. So you also make sure you share that with your new consultants. So what I would do, in a welcome email, I share the link, but I also then attach the new consultant starter pack and activity binders and PDF. So as a new consultant, they haven't got to go in and find it initially. I take them out and attach it to that email separately, just in case they don't panic about finding it. Then the most important folder in here is UK Start here. So if you click on there, and then it opens up 3 folders. You've got, in the first folder, it has the complete consultant starter pack in here. So this is what I would attach to a new consultant welcome email as well, this PDF of this pack. So this new consultant starter pack it has in there things like writing a 100 name list, setting your goals, about launches and breaking down when are they going to launch their business and who do they want to invite and things like that, how to launch somebody. So it's really designed to get them going and give you a bit of structure. So that's in there. And then in folder number 2, you find an activity binder. And what I recommend people do is they print those documents off and put them into a ring binder. And I've put like file dividers into mine and separated it into areas like preferred client bits and just where I feel like there's natural breaks in the information. And then the activity binder, it is a huge document, so you will print off quite a bit of paper. But in there, there's all these things like your success packs, ASVPs, the price list. It's really a reference folder. And so when you're at an event, you can just flip that open and look for how much is an ASVP for a preferred client. Or just be aware, because they're not always updated like straight away, because we've just launched a brand new price list in September, so you will need to put your new price list in your activity binders now and just get that off the source.
The new ASVPs as well.
Yeah, and the new SVPs launch. it just takes Hetty's, she's good, but she's not that instant. So you just be aware that you'll have some new ASVPs you want to add into that as well. Then you've got, we used to be able to buy the product training manual from Arbonne, so that's the product training manual there that you can download. And it's got loads of really good question and answers. So if you're doing a team training, you're doing a Zoom training for your team, and you want to do a product focus, you can take that guide and do a question and answer thing out of there and learn to focus on a product range. And then lots of teams do like one product range a week and they focus on it. And then you've got a curiosity pack. So if somebody's interested in the business, you can print or you can attach it to an email and send them the curiosity pack. And the Arbonne opportunity brochures in there as well for your prospects. Okay, and then in the third folder is then learning the reach out methods. So how to organise a one-to-one, presentation, follow-up, sponsoring, and duplicating. So I'll go to duplicating first, and then we're going to get into this. So if you go into folder 5 into duplicate, there are 3 trainings put together in here for you to train your new consultants, and these are amazing. So when you sponsor somebody, schedule some time for these 3 trainings. So training number 1, and they're quite lengthy, so you do need to book like an hour and a half slot with them to go through this. And these can be done over Zoom, so you can screen share it or you can do it in person with them. And it literally gives you a structure that is duplicable, which is key in this business, to go through with your new consultants, your new team. It's like how are they connected? Are they connected on a team page? Do they have access to Google Drive? Do they know how to find things? Are they on a WhatsApp group? Are they on Arbonne YouTube? It's just the little things like that. Okay, how do you fit Arbonne into your lifestyle? Let's look at your diary and how are you going to schedule yours? Somebody's working full time, are you going to be like fitting it in an hour at lunchtime every day, or how's that going to work? Strategizing, booking in one-to-ones, and so there's loads. And I have recorded training number 1. So on my YouTube channel, you've got me to go through this training. But the idea is, not just to send them back. You can use that as a learning, so you can learn how to do this with your new consultant. It's for you to sit there with them and take them through it. So and then you've got training number 2 is about the Discover Arbonne, learning the Discover Arbonne presentation. And training number 3 goes on to more like long-term vision and 5-year plan and really creating that kind of business plan. Okay, so the things we want to focus on tonight is learning the Discover Arbonne, because that's key to our business. And so that's in folder number 2 in here, the presentation. So when you go to the presentation folder, you've now got 2 folders, the one-to-one, the Discover Arbonne. So this is your business presentation in there. And then you've got basic workshop. So anything, if you're doing a product workshop or a launch, then that's in that folder there. So we'll start with the one-to-one. Okay, so I'm going to let Gemma talk you through what's in here, because she's been using this to learn this Discover Arbonne presentation.
That made no effect.
No. Just no. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the basic bullets, because this to me was like a godsend. So when Zoe I used to take Zoe everywhere with me because I was petrified of doing any Discover Arbonne. The thought of listening was great, but actually doing it, like, I peed my pants. So I was no, I'm never going to do this. Like, Zoe's going to be in my shadow forever. But this was perfect because it's like I call myself an idiot's guide to the Discover Arbonne. So you can't go wrong. Like, it basically tells you what to say and how to say it. So it goes through, the first part of the presentation, really. So it's your story and your 60-second story, and it basically tells you how to write it. You just put 1 or 2 sentences on each, bit here, and then you basically say it to people. I was like, this is genius. So it takes like literally seconds. Yeah, and every slide has this. So in this Google Drive, there is it Holly?
Holly Mitchell.
Yeah, she teaches you how to do the Discover Arbonne in 15 minutes, which is ideal to start with because 15 minutes isn't too scary to stand and talk to someone.
That audio here.
And what I did is I downloaded the basic bullet points, and I basically listened to like a second and wrote down what she said. And then I wrote it down in the bullet points. And for 15 minutes, I just listened to it time and time again, wrote down every single word that she said, and then went back over the presentation myself and kind of made it into my own words. So she teaches you, she tells you what to say, and then you just write it down on the bullet points on each slide. So you just need 2 or 3 sentences on each slide. And then what I did is I created this, so that I can like branch out from Zoe, and she doesn't have to be like, woohoo, I can go to cruise. Yeah, right. I'm like, damn, she's away for 10 days. What am I going to do? So I did this. So they basically, this is the first page, and on the back of here are my notes. So I don't even need to remember what to say anymore. I just basically put the bullet points. From my basic bullet points, I put it onto a Word document. So then I remember what to say, and then on the next one as well, I basically turn over and it tells me what to say. So I don't need to remember anything. So the Discover Arbonne isn't scary anymore. It's actually a piece of cake. Yeah, and I did it throughout the whole presentation. And inside these folders are different Discover Arbonne slides. So if I'm going to see a mum, I might put the Discover Arbonne, mummy bits here. Or if I'm going to go and see somebody that's interested in the sports nutrition, I'll change it to sporty things. And then
too clever.
Stepping out my comfort zone. And then also at the back, so I've done a full Discover Arbonne, and then if I turn it over, I plan to do one for a launch as well. So I can do the full Discover Arbonne, which I still plan to do in 15 minutes, or a launch one, which is even shorter, which is about 12 pages long. So, and all you need to do is 3 or 4 sentences. So on here, it basically says there's a 35-year heritage, which is amazing. Which means we have 35 decades of stability. We sit in the ultra premium category, but our prices are at the lower price point. So we are department store prices, but have an amazing product. What is so unique is that we are pure, safe, and beneficial. So I just started with a few basic points, and over time, I'm pretty sure that I can add things in that are a bit more complicated. But right now, that's just fine for me. So yeah, and basically this is what this says. So she teaches you how to say, what to say, and then you just write down on the Discover Arbonne like what you're comfortable saying.
And then that's the slide. So that's the UK slides that we use for our Discover Arbonne presentation. And then there is in there the full UK slides. You can see up here where you've got the different, so Gemma was talking about you've got different options where you can choose them if you want to get really clever. I just tend to use that one, that's fine.
Yeah, so Zoe did create this. I don't know if everyone's got this, but I love it, don't get me wrong. But for me, I'm like, yeah, look, and then I'm like, damn, I can't see it, what do I say? So
I could get on and on at me to get words like the script on the back.
Yeah, I need the script on the back, because then I can be like, look, I'm clever, I know what I'm saying, but I really don't know what I'm looking at. So for me, it just works. Everyone's different, but for me, that works. So yeah, I'm not so scared anymore.
So I know some people have asked Gemma for her points, but I would really encourage that you do the exercise yourself so you learn it. And when I've spoken to people like Ian Pritchard and Chris Isles about how, do they have a script? And they say no, because the consultant needs to learn it for themselves. So they encourage the consultant to listen to different people present it and then write their own. So that's what Gemma's done. You've listened to an audio, you've written it down.
I'm reading their script and I just transcribe it.
And then you turn it to your own. So it's really worth doing that exercise because you will learn it. And that's the object. You need to know it. You don't just want to be doing verbatim, or you need to learn it.
And I think then once you I have presented it a few times, and I'll be honest and say I did need a script to start with because I couldn't remember what to say. And it's great having it on here, but you can't read. It doesn't look great. You reading it. You need to be able to say it with confidence. Yeah. So a script for me worked, and then I'll just adapt it when my confidence grows and I get better at it, basically.
Yeah. So that's in there, and then if we just go back to the basic workshop folder for your launches. So if you're launching a new consultant, in here there is an amazing video on launching a new consultant by Stuart Armfield and Claire Fishenden, and it's about 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's about, and it shows you exactly what you need,
how to do it. So they start off by in the bathroom by cleaning each other's hands and talking to them about just general rapport, and then they do a little bit of a cleanse, don't they?
Yeah.
And then they sit around the table and talk a bit of business, and it's quite friendly and open, isn't it?
Yeah, so they've done quite a balance between the products and the business. So it's like a product event combined with the business presentation, and they use a shortened version of the Discover Arbonne, which is in the folder. So everything is here. So the product event Discover Arbonne is there, which is shorter. You've then got everything you need to print out for your customer care card.
So another thing that we've created a party pack, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, and in here is the care cards and things like that. So when you go to a party, Zoe and I created Zoe's got a nice folder, I've just got one of these folders, and you basically print off everything you need for a party. So I've got at the back all of the product information, meet the product. Halfway through it, I've got notes on maybe how to do a facial. There's the ASVPs in here, so that if anyone is interested in buying the lot, you can quickly refer back to how much it is without kind of logging on or remembering it. There's games, courtesy of Fiona, thanks Fiona. And there's order forms and all the price lists. I've got host rewards, and then we've created like deals and offers ourselves that we put on display.
In here, on this thing you print out for your guests, you've got the wish list, and they've put together the packages, and see that it shows the ASVPs. And I had somebody look at this, and they were like, "Oh, can I switch the makeup and change it and make up my own?" I said, "Exactly." So they already looked and they got that they'd be spending about £100, and then we switched it for whatever they wanted. So that worked really well. And then you've got the full price list at the back. At the moment, that hasn't been updated. So if you do print this out, just skip the price list and print out the relevant, the up-to-date price list. So all the tools are there in that folder. So when you train a new consultant, and at the stage when they're brand new, they're not going to be wanting to think about putting together the party folder. They want everything done for them on a plate. So it's all there in that folder. You can say, look, you just need to print off this, make a video, you even got the host planner in there.
And also, so for a consultant that's relatively new, but trying to train a new person as well, you're both kind of in the same boat, but coming across a bit more confident than maybe your new, consultant. It does help you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So I would really recommend you watch that video and just have a bit, like we've had practice ones where we've had a few consultants at my house, and like a Blaze session has turned into a practice launch or a practice product event, and just have a go. So there we go. So that's my business basics. Thank you.
You're welcome. Fancy. See to your book.
Okay, so next up we have another Y, and Claudia, is it how do you say it? Redlich, and who's in your district management qualification in Fiona McCarthy's region.
So good evening, my name is Claudia Redlich, and I'm an independent consultant in Arbonne, and I've got a district management qualification. Okay, so my wife is my lovely daughter Freya, and she's 4 years old, and she's had her third open heart surgery 2.5 weeks ago. So before I will tell you about her journey, I'll tell you about myself. So before starting with Arbonne and having my daughter, I was a teaching assistant at a primary school. I absolutely loved it. I've worked with children for about 8 years. I was passionate about it, and helping children learn was always, it was so good. I loved it. But then I also knew that I wanted to start a family, because I'd be a good mum. I'm good at looking after other people's children, so I'm sure I can look after my own. And fell pregnant with my little girl, and at our 20-week scan, we found out she had a heart condition. So we went down to Great Ormond Street, where they did another scan and confirmed the type of heart condition that she had, which is truncus arteriosus. And we also found out that the type of heart condition she had could be linked to a chromosome deletion, which is also known as DeGeorge syndrome. which we didn't want to find out because we were committed to the pregnancy. We just said, well, we'll find out when she's born, which she does have it. When she was 13 days old, we were supposed to be waiting for our surgery date in the post, but she didn't want to wait any longer, and we were blue lighted to Great Ormond Street, where we basically lived for the following 17 months. We were there for, well, it seemed like forever, it felt like it, but the first 6 months were really difficult, but we stayed in there for the extra amount of time because she became so dependent on a ventilator that they gave her a tracheostomy, which is the breathing tube in her neck. So we were able to be discharged home with her being ventilated overnight. In January 2012, when she was 6 months old, the doctor thought she was not quite developing like they wanted her to, and they thought they're missing something. So she went for an MRI scan, and a few days later, once they'd reviewed the images, the consultant came into our cubicle and said that they'd just discussed her and it's worse than they thought. We were given 2 options. The room were divided and they said, whatever you choose to do, that's what we'll do. So the first option was not to do anything and enjoy the time we had left. And the second option was to redo the surgery. So start again, change the conduit that they put in, which was leaking, and redo the patch with the 2 holes, which they said she should have been okay with it, but she obviously wasn't. And the surgery has obviously a really high risk open heart surgery, and especially the way it was, she might not survive. So he said, we'll give you a few days to think about it, and he barely left the room, and we were like, you've got to do surgery, you can't leave her. So the following week, she had a cardiac catheter. I think it was their second one. They put a camera in the big vein, go in and have a look, and they found that the stent in the lung artery had narrowed again. So sort of balloon that, give her a week and see how she does. So after spending all day at the hospital, we decided at 10:30, okay, I think it's time to go to bed. So we left and we crossed the road and Matt's phone was ringing, unknown number, so it's the hospital. We answered it and she'd arrested. So we went back to the hospital, and after a little while they let us in, and the whole episode lasted 40 minutes, but for 15 minutes her heart stopped beating. As you can imagine, after an experience like that, you want to be present in your child's life every single day as much as you can. Once we were discharged in December 2012, we'd been at home for about 6 months, and I decided I'm going to get my nails done. So I went back to Sue, who I'd been seeing before having prayer, and she said to me, I don't know if you saw my Facebook post, but I'm a consultant with Arbonne. I said, oh, yeah, I had noticed that. And she started to tell me a little bit. She was really new, so she didn't go into too much detail, but said she was having a launch. And I kind of twigged it was connected to products. And I thought, I'm not really interested in products, like most of us probably do. But she said that there's a great business attached, which is something you could do while working around Ray's schedule. Which I thought, well, that had me, and I thought I must go, because in 6 months I think we had 36 appointments, and so I went to a business launch, and Fiona had done a presentation. I got there at 7. I don't think I left until 10, and I remember walking home thinking, if you don't do this, you are an idiot. It's perfect. It ticks so many boxes, and I joined a couple of days later. That was June 2013. So I've been doing this business for just over 2 years, and it's been a slow journey, but I think I've always known from day one that I'm not quitting. I am going to do this, and I'm going to give my little girl the life that she fought for.
amazing, because some amazing stories. And now you said that, and I'm like leaving my children tomorrow to go on a cruise, and it's like, I was like, looking forward to cruise, I'm like, it's such a tough no, because yes and no, because I'm leaving my children behind. Oh, but they're in a safe hands tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Next week.
Yeah. He's still in my house. I said, oh, if John's so believe he's in the utility room. But anyway, so that was it. It's my executive team. Then National Vice President qualifications, yeah, McCarthy. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Less wrinkles on the mind. You
Yeah,
can see more natural. I know. Thank God they know it's on screen now. I need any wrinkle crew, eh? Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit on the power of the mind. The mind is so important. And can I just say how much you both moved me? I mean, my gosh, that's why Arbonne is such a massive community of sharing, caring, loving, helping others. You know, extreme wise tonight, guys. I can't even relate to that. You know, I don't kind of want to either, because you here smiling and choosing, making the right decisions for yourself. And Laura, humbled, I didn't know that about you. And Zoe's always said, you've got amazing, and I never knew that. So we were all, thank goodness Lucy had the tissues in the back of the room, because that was just so just shifting. And that's why you guys need to be on that stage. You know, you need to stand up and share the story, because people will hear you who've got lives have been much kinder to them, you know, and they're complaining and blaming, and they need to hear that. That's why we do Arbonne, in a way, to inspire others, you know. Okay, the mindset, the mind of the choices are, so guys, we can only think one thought at a time. So that's really powerful, isn't it? One thought at a time. Do you know how many thoughts we think a day? How many thoughts come through our mind? 60,000 thoughts. We cannot monitor every single one of them, obviously, but you can't stop thinking from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep. So what are you thinking? Because we're so much into personal development. This business is that the key to being a consultant, to district, to area, to region, to nation. Your mindset and where you're at and your level of consciousness. So if that is the case, so we have, I'm going to do a quote here. I love Jim Rohn. Have we all listened to Jim Rohn? If you haven't, please go get his CDs, and you want to listen to him driving the car, because he is the best philanthropist in the world. He's so inspirational. And he talks about something that is called, basically, and you might have heard about the boats. Have people here heard about the ships, the boats? So, okay, we are all, everybody here, we're on an ocean. Okay, it's funny actually, we're going to cruise tomorrow. I just come there. Okay,
Hurricane.
I know.
With not being like that.
Hurricane, yeah. Okay, well, we've watched Titanic, we're there. So we are all in our boats, okay, and everybody right now sat here. So imagine we're on a boat. Okay, so here we are, we're on our boats. Okay, so I wonder what your sea's like right now, everybody, because some of you are visualizing, and you think in pictures, by the way. We don't think in thoughts. Well, we think thoughts, but not in words, in pictures. Okay. So, are you? Right. In fact, I could get all of you to get a piece of paper right now and just draw your boat. Could you do that quickly, everybody? Piece of paper, just draw me what boat you're in. Just quickly down. All you there, just draw a boat where you're at right now, okay? So, oh, we've got the boat up. So what's the sea like? Yeah? Is it sunny? Is it rough? How are the sails? What kind of boat is it? It might be a small one, it might be a big one. Might be a cruise, might be a tugboat, whatever. So I'll just leave you that for 30 seconds. Okay. All right, so who had rough seas? Hands up. Anybody had rough seas? Who had calm seas? Nice. Sun, anybody have a happy sun?
Yeah, clouds, birds.
I was in Foy Harbour. Nice.
Ah.
Yeah, I was in
No,
nice.
actually, slightly out of
Okay.
Enjoying the view of the people.
Nice, nice.
I got
Were you-
strong wind.
Strong wind. What in which direction?
Oh,
So pushing you forward,
yeah.
ahead. Okay. Alrighty. Are you on the boat? Does everyone draw themselves on the boat? You on there? Okay. Put yourself on there. Now I want you to draw a pirate ship. Oh, Johnny Depp can be there. No, that's a sexy pirate ship. See how you just changed that around with that one thought. I love it. Draw a pirate ship in your picture.
Mine's a little pirate ship. I'm not blurry.
Oh, that's what we want, right? So, skulls, crossbones, everybody doing your pirate ships back home, the Zoom. Woo! All right. So that pirate ship is in front of your boat or behind? Behind. Underneath, it's sunk. So it's irrelevant.
On the next page.
Oh, right. Okay, well, that's fine. Is it bigger than your boat or smaller?
Yeah.
Interesting, right? Yeah. Is there people? Is there one pirate or lots of pirates on the boat? No. Is there a psycho parrot on your shoulder? Yeah. Yeah, whether that be opinions from other people, and opinions are the lowest commodity on earth. So please don't entertain them. Because when you do start this business and you ask people what they think, be careful what you listen to. If you were sick, you go to the doctors and get professional medical advice. If you had a sore tooth, you go to a dentist. So if you're thinking about starting a business in multi-level marketing, this profession, which isn't very well known yet, our job is to educate the masses, guys. And somebody gives you an opinion, are you going to take that word for it? Because they're obviously really successful in this business. They've been trained. And look at their bank account, look at their life. Is that what you want to emulate? Because if it isn't, you need to share this with new people. Just warn them, forewarn them. It's a pirate ship, right? Okay, so that pirate ship, so you're sunk. You know, funnily enough, when I drew this, mine was a bomb. It was like, I wasn't even interested in it. So your pirate ship is your bad thoughts and context, okay? I wish I had coloring pens because we could have really gone into this. But can you see the analogy of what your thoughts were, putting it on paper, just in a drawing, just in a 2-minute thing, you know, where you're at? Now that could be your album business. That could be, you know, your family life. That could be, because what we do bleeds into everything. And that's why it's so crucial to mind your mind. Like Jim Rohn, or they say, you know, everything you do comes to thought. So now we're back in our boats, no pirate ship, okay? So we're bobbing along in our boats, and we all have these sails, okay? Now the wind is around all of us, whether that be the wind of politics, the wind of opportunity, the wind of sorrow, the wind of sadness, the wind of happiness. There's always the wind blowing, okay? That wind is not what's to affect you, it's the set of your sails. So when something comes into your life, your choice is to accept it or to disregard it. Yeah? So it's the set of the sails, not the blowing of the wind. The wind will blow no matter what. It's the set of your sails. So I had this little thought going on in my mind, and I thought, if we're thinking, if 60,000 thoughts are coming into our minds every single day, it's like a shoal of fishes. You know how many fish are in a shoal? And it's literally like you're on your boat and you have a thought, and you pick it up. You know those slimy, slippery ones? They don't actually want to hold, they want to get out of your hand. Let them go, that's probably a bad thought. Don't bring it in, don't entertain that thought. But then what if you get a rainbow one? It's all beautiful and sparkly and in the sunshine. You want to hold on to that. And that can go explode into glitter and permeate into our pores. How nice is that? How uplifting is that? You know? Now we're all heading, you're either a flat world thinker or a round world thinker. Donna Johnson says this. A flat world thinker is somebody who gets to the horizon and stops. But you remember when we talk about thoughts? So going back to inventors of way, way back in the times before they knew what we knew now, thank goodness. And they said the world was flat. And somebody suggested the world was round. They thought they were crazy. Got locked up. What do you mean the world is round? We'd fall off the world, wouldn't we? But we all know the world is round. So your illusions is what you see with your eyes. Now, when you watch a ship go into the distance, does it look like it's going into the sea? It looks like it's going to the water, right? Or a train. the further it goes. It looks like it's actually going away, but it's not. So a flatline thinker stops, and a round world thinker keeps going. So you keep growing. You keep these thoughts, lifting them to a higher place. The most fertile land, let's go back on land now, fertile soil is your mind. Everything you plant, so if every seed is a thought, what are you putting into your mind? Because in the picture sense, it's going to grow into something. And nature, you don't plant potatoes and expect acorn trees, do you? Oak trees. Oak trees, yes. Well, going to nation call is a bit crazy. You're right, Zoe. She did forewarn you, so that's okay. I've got it. Okay, or you're not going to. So if you're saying you want one thing, but you're thinking another thing, don't be surprised if suddenly the tulips don't come out of the field, but there's nightshade. Because what you're doing is, when you plant a seed that's a weed, how deep is it? Has anyone ever pulled out a weed in the garden?
Yeah,
the roots.
back.
Right. So you can't just do the top of that. That's a thought. You now need to go back into that conscious, subconscious, and paradigm. Okay? And you need to get to the roots. And it's ugly. They're deep, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I've done that before with my whole lawn once. I just went weed killer, and the whole lawn died. And I'm like, oh, that was just one weed, but I couldn't get out. It kept doing my head in because it kept coming back. So you really need to get back into ourselves and understand, what are we thinking? Because you need to be thinking the best thoughts ever. Number one, you need to, law of creation is your first fundamental law of life. You know, we create. We're here to create, okay? So create a better future for you, and then create a better future for the people you come in contact with. And this is what Arbon can do for all of us. So you need to be in a place where you can give back. And if you can't give it to yourself, how can you do that mirror image on your life to other people? Yeah, so going through, you know, my journey so far in Arbon will be 8 years next month. And it's unbelievable. The signs, the open mindset, I have to have the channeling of what it is that I want to achieve. And all of us are facing this. And I'm so proud of where we are about to go very, very soon, okay? So we have just, it's like a tsunami. It's unbelievable, and you've got to understand this. If you're looking on a physical plane, so we have 5 physical senses to keep us in this world, okay? So people say we're physical, we're actually spiritual, having physical presence. So smell, taste, touch, sight, and listen, okay? That keeps you ticking along. People think that's thinking. That's not thinking, that's just getting by. That's doing everyday stuff. There's a higher faculty, perception, will, memory, perception, imagination, and one more I can't think of right now. But when you tune into the higher faculties, that's actually where you start to do your creative thinking. Yeah, and there's always a solution to your problem. So you always have to get bigger than your problem. There's never, you can always, if you think, where do your ideas come from? Has anyone ever thought where their thoughts come from? Where does it come from? It comes from creation, right? It's a new idea, it's a concept. If you listen to it and you act on it, then things start to happen. So if you looked, I'm going to give you a real personal thing here. So we have had, so obviously, Zoe, you went region this year, which month?
End of March.
End of March, okay. And then Danny popped up. Who was she?
End of June.
End of June, okay. So then so these guys are now doing their businesses. They've flown the nest and they're creating their nests and stuff. And you know, can I just say, because we're here to create, you know, imagine a bird, and the bird is on, basically you've got your team, and your job is to get people to build them up, to promote them, to help them, yeah? So you need to get out their way, right? So it's a bit like, you need to go, okay, so now Zoe and Danny, and I'm like, okay, so, all right, I'm going to leave that nest. And it's really scary because we're all going to face this where you're on the edge. And you're like, whew, okay, I've got to build a new team. I've got to help some more people. I've got to help step them up to the level of promotion they need to be at. And if you look at nature, the eagle bird, the mother bird, when it's time for her babies to fly, there will be no water, no food in that nest. She'll make it as prickly and nasty as possible to force those birds to go out and fly. And every time in your life, you're going to come to a stage where you're going to have to fly. And you're like on this thing going, oh my God, I can't go back. I have to go forward. And you put your wings out and you take that leap of faith. And our one's a bit like this in your business, because if you have looked at our team, so everybody has got, our region central. So Danny's got her leg, Zoe with her, and me with mine. So our central was hitting maybe about 30, we never topped more than 35,000 from when Zoe promoted out, okay? Because you need to build back up your strength, okay? And your team. Then, obviously, August, we probably never hit as a total combination of the 3 regions more than 130,000. Okay, that was probably our top. And that was before summer. I think that was around about Danny coming up. So you guys, before AAC, definitely. August was like, so, August was, I can't remember what our total 3 was. However, so no higher than 130. Yeah, you were the good one. And this is where the truth, now this is where you've got to now get bigger, and you've got to raise your level of consciousness. Supply is always there. It's in abundance. Just look outside and look at all the leaves on the tree. If you decide to go to the ocean with a teaspoon, Laura goes with a bucket, Zoe goes with a crate, you're going to get as much water as you want. There's no limitation. The limitation is your consciousness. Because we think small, we play small, we become small. So this is about becoming big. So we all went for it. We decided that we were September was it. And what happened? So we hit 130, combination of 3 regions, we're moving nations. Mm-hmm. This month, the 3 of us, the aim was to do 192,000 to go nation qual. We did 226,000. Guys, we'd only ever hit 130. Now, you'd look at if you were to look at our stats, what we'd achieved before, you would say, these 3 ladies are crazy, right? Well, I think we are, but because why are people stuck in the same boat, in the same place, year after year after year? Why? Why is that? Why is it so many people say they want something, but they don't actually do it, or it doesn't happen? Why? Because you know what? They're living themselves by the physical restrictions here. So they're only looking at the amount of money they've ever earned in their life, or what the doctor says about their health, or the car, or the bank balance, or the house they live in. And they're not thinking different thoughts, because different thoughts could create different results. So now you need to blow that out of the water and start thinking new thoughts, better thoughts, bigger thoughts. So now, to channel that, to have those ideas, you've got to lift yourself up. But not only think it, you've got to actually expect it. Because if you don't think it will happen, it never will. And for a long time, I wanted it so much. Like, this is incandescent light around all of us here. But when you focus that light, it becomes a laser beam and it cuts through steel. That's a focused light. It's like your thought. It's focused, okay? That's a focused thought. It's like a prayer, yeah? And that coherence then becomes what you ask for, you will receive.
You said at NAC that you would go to Nation Hall.
Yeah. Yeah. And I said, like Laura said, I said at AAC, I go Nation Hall. Do you not think I was putting my pants? It's a different thing to say and do. But integrity, our word is our bond. If we say something, guess what? But you can't just say it. You've got to go and do it. So we haven't announced that we're nation to the rest of the world, and I don't want us to. We talked about this because I feel that when people, the rah-rahs, when you're in qual, you're not there yet. There's a lot of work to do. Let's celebrate it when we're there. Then we shout out, then we blow the trumpets, and then we make our mark. And then people will sit up and listen. I think there's 10 nations in qual.
10 nations in qual.
And it's actually 11, and Danny's on the phone going, can we not just say, Danny's like Facebook crazy, Fiona, can I not just say, please, please, please? I'm like, no. She's like, I want to tell her, but I said,
you're going to have to gag her on the trip.
yeah, I'm like, no, you're not saying a word, and she won't. She'll say it to her lot, but that's it, guys, because it will get a bit, but you know what? We don't need to shout this, guys. Okay, we're just going to go and do it. Let's just get our heads in, and don't do too soon praise or false praise. You deserve it when you get it, and don't take your eye off the ball. So all of you, I want you to double what you did last month, because we did, right?
Yeah.
We are no different from
We're
this.
just standing because of it. Though.
Yeah, we're no different. We're not, meditating. We're no. Who wants to go on a cruise? Not me, actually. I've worked 8 years.
I'll absolutely fine.
I want to be in the field, but that's okay. There's a reason why this is happening. By the way, there's a reason why Arvon finds you. There's always a reason. Yeah, understand things are put in your path for a reason. You may not understand what it is when it's not something that's very good, but adversity means that you have to change something. There's always a reason. So we doubled. If you guys can all commit to doubling what you did this time last month, we will be nation, without a shadow of a doubt. Do you know what? And for the international team, walk on by. We're going to be up there, and we deserve this, guys, so much.
And
all
party.
of you. And Gem's all about party. You're not blue much, are you, Gem? Where's the party? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Great. What are we doing?
I see the first car presentation I ever went to was my own. I wasn't allowed to in theirs. I was banned from the meetings for 4 years. So it's okay because it didn't need that.
It's all right. We'll sit them all at the back.
No, they won't come. They're not invited. It's us. But that's okay because there's a reason why. I don't know, but there's a reason, right? So if you see the good, if you decide to see, the law of polarity, there is always an opposite. It can't be an inside with an outside, up with a down. It can't be courage without fear. Now, all of us, there is fear. You can't cut out the surgeon's knife. You can't take a pill to get rid of it. But you do know you can turn your back on it. It's actually two sides of the same coin. It's an umbilical cord here. So if we focus on the courage, the fear's still there. Hey-ho, it'll diminish. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in that. If you can only think good thoughts and only think success, the law will do what? Your mind will do what? The seeds will grow into what? Right? And I tell you what, the law, which is unseen to the naked eye, your thoughts travel 900,000 times faster than the speed of light. But just because we can't see it doesn't mean that every single thought you're having right now has gone around that world 3 times and back like an email. You're a powerful machine. You're more powerful than any computer on this earth. And do you know that hacking is illegal? So do not allow anyone to hack you. Don't allow anyone to say you can't. That's not why we're here. We're here to be better. We're here to always be happy and grateful, but never satisfied. Like the bird, you have to fly. And Arvon will give you that. So just to wrap up, think good things, believe in yourself, expect it, and do expect it. Don't allow yourself to only see what you've got before. Think, dream, image, write it everywhere. All the affirmations we know about, go do them, go do them. What's your affirmation? One of your affirmations right now you're writing.
I'm so happy and grateful now I'm a full-wide executive national vice president and money comes to me easily in an increasing quantities through the multiple legs of my team. That's all right, everyone.
So if you're not writing something like that, why not? Did you guys hear that? Yeah? Oh, Zoe, can you come and say it because I didn't hear that on Zoom. Sorry, can't get the staff, sorry.
Shout. I think I've got my diary. I have like a little paper diary like this, and so in the morning I can go into my diary and I can scribble. I have to scribble it twice in each paper, like on each day. So mine is, so I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm a 4-wide executive national vice president, and money comes to me easily and in increasing quantities through the multiple legs of my team.
Awesome.
Sometimes it varies.
So guys, if you're not already writing something like that, why not? Can I just say I had a great conversation with Danny, and she said to me, this woman rocks me. She's rocking Zoe and me because she just says to me, she phoned me this morning and said, I was at AC, I said, we're going to go Nation Qual next month, And the woman said, oh, so what have you done? And she went, oh yeah, we've only done whatever, but we're going to do 60. And she said, 60 doubles 120, it's not 160,000. She went, oh, we need to do 80 then. So she changed it to 80 and they did 90 this month. And she said, isn't it fun, Jenna, when you just change a number and it just happens? Yeah, Dad, it is. Because guess what? The law works. So you know when you meet somebody and they go, oh my God, I can't just walk by a cake shop. I just look at a cake and I put on £3. Okay. Why is it somebody says, I can eat whatever I want and I never put on any weight? Okay. Why is it I can't sponsor anyone into my team? Okay. Why is it I'm going to be National Vice President by the 31st of October 2015? Okay. Right? If you think you can. If you think you can, you can. Yeah, Elsa, if you think you can't, you're right. So I'm going to end up with a little motivation thing here. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, I can count. Right. And obviously, you know my strengths are not in Zoe's strengths. Okay, and it doesn't matter. We are all together as a unit. So, okay, so this is going to be my time is now. So everybody write that down. My time is now. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to say this together. Okay. So we're going to stand up. At home, stand up. Yes. Tanya, Nikki Marchin's already standing. Zoe Allen, I can't see you. Joe Day, you can't see you. Zoe Allen, you can't see you. You're not there, are you? All right. So we're going to say this with emphasizing the 4 words at different times. So I'm just going to go through this. So first of all, listen to me. So we're going to go, my time is now. My time. Okay, ready? Let's go. My time is now. Okay, next one. My time is now. Ready? My time is now. 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 You can do that as often as you want, guys. My time is now. That's your motto. My time is now.
I'm crazy up on Drew again.
I keep going, I am in the room, I'm not in the room, really. I'm here. Okay, so it's recognition time. So time to recognize. So seriously, we had a phenomenal month. So we did, so in the Allen region, we did 77,000 in August, we did 154,027 in September. That is just like, we did 61,000 in one day when Christmas launched. You lot are shopping holiday. Really, like Christmas. So yeah, absolutely outstanding. So we've got lots of new district management qualification. So if anyone is here, so we've got Joanne Davis, sponsored by John Allen. She forgot it was her son's birthday today. She's going to come along. Oh. Bless her. Jennifer Walters, sponsored by Fiona Carlisle. Joanna Aitken, sponsored by Zoe Allen. Katie Duncan, sponsored by Joanna Aitken. So I've seen her on the way here. Lisa Atkinson, sponsored by Alison Hutchinson. If anyone just wants to take a road from these people that are here, and they'll get them to them. Lisa Batty, sponsored by Alison Hutchinson. Karen Coffey, sponsored by Tony Hall. Sarah P, sponsored by Candy Smith. We see Sarah? Yeah.
I'll take them. I'll get her.
Oh, Claire Walker, sponsored by Melody Kingman.
Should I take that one then?
Yeah.
Right in my kitchen.
Cara Johnson, sponsored by Andrea. Who have got Lorraine Tibbett, sponsored by Nikita Williams in Australia. Maritza Abreu, sponsored by Cassandra Hall. Stephen Selby,
sponsored by Alison Hutchinson. And then Lisa, Leslie Lambert, Michelle Duke, Claire Robson, Claudia Rose. I said that completely wrong.
Well done.
Emma Odell and Barbara Kells.
No,
They're all in the team somewhere.
I checked them, sorry. So Barbara's sponsored, but they're all watching this soon, so I'm going to get this right. I don't know how good I am at all this. So she's sponsored by Claire Slaney, Emma Odell sponsored by Nikki Marcher, Claudia is obviously sponsored by Susan, Claire sponsored by myself, Michelle Duke is sponsored by Rebecca Moore, as is Leslie Lambert, and as is Lisa Old.
Okay, so new district managers. So Gemma promoted a couple of months ago, but wasn't here for our region training. So I'd like to present I'm visiting.
Well, I'll do. I've got some stuff to clean mine Let's get a full length.
Don't get the really took a job. And then Claire Slaney,
Sponsored by Nikki Marcher,
and Kerry Smith,
sponsored by Rebecca Moore.
there. Cool. Okay,
We've got
district.
some more districts.
Oh, have we? Oh no.
I did send.
Sorry.
That's okay. We've got Andrea Spice, sponsored by Nikki Marchant. We've got Andy Harrington, sponsored by me. Come up, my love.
Please take a picture.
Oh, did you get a picture? We'll get one at the end. Yeah.
Anyone else?
No.
Okay, so district manager bonuses, Fiona McCarthy, sponsored by Susan McCannon. Area manager bonus is Daniela Wells and Fiona McCarthy. Region bonus, Daniela Wells, Fiona McCarthy. So we did enough points for district and region bonus, and we had like 40, I think we had 40 new people in our central region. We just didn't get enough with 150s. When you sponsor some just 150. Yeah, Laura's were all like exactly.
We only had one that wasn't 150, so yeah, that's not true.
Yours were all, yeah.
If anybody doesn't know what that is in the room, it's basically when you sponsor somebody new, the incentive is that they do 150 personal qualifying volume, whether it's a consultant or a preferred client, they're qualifying for a free gift. So guys, if you're a consultant, the free gift is actually sometimes more than the order, the whole thing, you know, and also as well for a preferred client, it's an incentive for them to come back and order some more. So you are not, you know, you're leaving that gift lying on the table by not doing that, and it's not fair. So you've really got to, if you don't do it, your team's not going to do it. So just
Can you just clarify, is it 100? What is it?
150.
150.
Yeah, but what is the free gift?
So for the consultant,
QV.
No, so 100 QV. 100 QV.
which is the Genius, which is the most expensive. So you would kind of say, look, why don't you look at the RNI Light Cream or the Genius, because they're getting a lot more, they're getting the highest, you know, that
So a new consultant is 100 QV.
100
yeah?
QV,
Yeah.
yes. It's 95 QV, yeah.
So it's not
No, you didn't, no.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Change to QV. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I wanted to clarify.
So yeah, we have 40 new, and 27 did the 150. So it's 13 free gifts.
shame.
Yeah.
And also cash bonuses, guys, are all on your 150s. So you're leaving not just, you know, the person's walking away without a free gift to claim, but also you're leaving money on the table. I mean, just because before, if you did, let's say by doing DM and AM, I would only get the highest one, which is the AM. I wouldn't get the DM. Now they're giving you all three. I think hence why we've lost the 4% override as just a basic consultant. So that cash bonuses amounts up to
about 800 quid.
It's about 800
if you do
quid.
three. That's 350. That's 375. That's 250. That's 125.
Just because, and the incentive is out there for you to give it to them. So make sure you do it because you're not leaving money on the table.
So sorry to clarify. A new independent consultant's 100 QB.
Yeah,
What's the PT?
So it's £3.50.
So that's still on pound.
Retail.
Retail.
It's still on pound.
Yeah.
It's not on QB.
No.
We do mess it around sometimes.
Because preferred clients don't understand QBs, we try and make preferred client things a bit more pounds.
33.
Yeah, but also if you do 250 on the preferred clients in order, they get their £17 membership waivers.
Yeah.
And then we have a Strong Start graduate in Australia, Nikita Williams, who's sponsored by Katrina, who's not here. So she's graduated through the Strong Start programme. It's phenomenal. So that team has got off to a flying start over there.
Ooh, that's not who you are.
New area management qualification, Rebecca Moore. And then we've got some spaces for your names, but new National Vice President qualification, Fiona McCarthy!
It's like going on Facebook though, isn't it?
She got found to just say that.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
Congratulations! You have to take something to keep from.
I know.
Your mum will enjoy it.
No, my mum will actually. I'll be coming from the
and then consultant of the month nominations. So I sent an email out for the nominations and not many came in. We're nominating your consultants. So we had Nina Rosen-Lee, who was nominated by Lisa Parbury for always stepping up when being asked and just being an incredible consultant and her team. And Fran Gregory, nominated by Gemma Jones. And Katie Duncan, nominated by myself. And I think Fran has had a lot of adversity this month. Obviously, she's new in the business and had a lot of knockbacks and negativity that she's been facing and ploughing on through, as we do. And Katie, she signed herself up into Arbonne and randomly ended up in my downline. And she did. I hate it when that happens. It was awful. Yeah, not really knowing what a sponsor was, or she didn't really know the role of that. Anyway, so and she's just got this and I was like, okay. So we've picked her up and looked after her, and she's just gone out there and hit the ground running and she's gone into district qual really strongly, and through mainly kind of her sales, and we did a launch for her and got her business going, and it's just her getting out there and getting products into people's hands really quickly. She's just always on it. Zoe, how do you do it? Asking me question after question after question about what do I do with this? What is it? Because she's interactivity. So she has been really impressed me. So, and I hate choosing this because I feel like we need to get something that's not
impartial.
Yeah, we do. Doesn't know anybody. But it's, we had a conflab at the start of the training before. Yeah, we didn't have an argument. No, we discussed, we laid it all out on the table, and it fairly chose Katie Duncan. So I don't know, take a date on some team. If you're there, Katie, I will drop your book off on the way home. Okay, so let's have an awesome October, double what we did in September. We just want to open it up to the panel of leaders in the room about an incentive idea. I know the Wells region has thrown an incentive out there, and I was like, no. So we have an offer from National Vice President Ella Harper, who's offered to have tea, an afternoon tea with her. So we thought we'd put it out to you as to what you think would be a fair way of winning that.
Or earning it, sorry, earning it.
Double
I
what you
did.
did last month.
Double what you did last month. That's a good answer. Yeah.
Right, let's do that then.
Oh shit, sorry.
Right, okay, we've got you with stats. We know what you did.
That's what you want us to do.
She's interior design.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be somewhere nice. We'd like,
I'm not acting right.
yeah, no,
no,
oh,
but I should imagine we should pay to see that.
yeah, we'll pay for it to be somewhere nice. I don't, we'll agree on a location, but she lives down in
Yeah,
Surrey.
she's quite fast so, and she's obviously directed in Prashad, so just amazing that she's as a nation has offered this out.
So what do we do? Do we run it through for October, or do we run it to the end of November, or
I think we should run it for October.
so we run it for October? So if you double your QBs in October from what you did in September, then you can have tea with Ella Harper, and she is amazing.
So is it going to be, what if there's, is going to be more than one then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
I think it's, I
So whoever does it.
I feel the quality of spending time with somebody like that, you know, go armed with your questions and just sit at the foot of that thinking. That's
Yeah.
to me that's priceless to have somebody to give her advice. You know,
She's
and
training on the cruise.
She's training on the cruise,
Yeah.
and in fact, you know, Laura, she had where everybody promoted above her, Sarah Mills. So and then she came back. So fascinating woman. Her business has done this.
So it can't just be one person that wins. If you don't,
No,
everybody who
Everyone
doubles.
that doubles will have tea with.
So I expect.
And if we end up with
everybody
me,
like,
to end up hiring out women. So yeah.
What about new consultant?
I think it should be. I
That's a
think.
good
I think
time.
no,
Yeah, she's going to be cracking
Yeah.
out. You've got to set a minimum.
I think
Yeah.
it's the most
only
deal.
in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So what
Is
is
it
the
going to
minimum?
be 2,500 if it's a new consultant?
I think it should either be going to full content, as in.
But I think it'd be like hitting
Let's
district
get
qual
back-
2.5.
Yeah, yeah.
2,500.
Yeah.
So for a new consultant who's been in the business for 2 months, maybe, like, say whether they joined either.
Maybe it should be DM and above have to double, and then anyone below DM and above, you should really think about that, because some people might be, you know, done 100.
Anybody got an idea on that then?
Yeah, because if they did 100 last month, then they're going
Yeah,
to
it's
do it.
really easy. Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Right.
DM and above double, and then 2.5.
2.5 for consultants. Anyone that's a consultant, it's 2.5. DM and above, double what they did last month.
Are we happy with that?
It might be quite tasty. 2.5 already.
2,500 for a brand new consultant. You know,
Well, no,
you
but
know,
for
what
all
happens to
consultants at consultant level. Because that's,
Why
you
don't we
know,
think about it and come back to the team on that?
yeah.
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah.
Well, we're
Yeah.
going on a cruise, so we'd like to put it out sooner rather than
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, I think we need, yeah.
To put the momentum, guys.
Team, like, I'm just if my team comes with it last month, then it's go or.
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful that it's not
Yeah.
too.
Why don't you say 1,500 for new consultants then? So anyone that's DM and below, you
Why don't you
You're
see
going to
it?
be paying a lot out.
Yeah.
I think 2,500 is doable in the first month if you put some work in.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
launches.
when we're absolutely
Yeah, Kate
going
did
for it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, 2,500.
But there's going to be all those people that aren't brand new.
No, yeah, all those, everyone's at consultant
Yeah.
level that are ticking over at,
Yeah.
because even at consultant level, even just going 1,000 can be a push. 2.5 can be a big ask. I think 2.5 for anyone at consultant level to do 2.5.
It's like 4 launches in a month. You've still
Yeah.
got 26 days in the house with kids.
Yeah, really.
Damn it.
You would do it.
Let's
All right.
stay on.
You think, say 2.5, is that, because that's, I think there's many consultants that are consultants have been in a while that it's too
Yeah.
a stretch for,
Yeah.
and your new consultants, it is
The new consultants, 2,500.
all consultants 2.5. All consultants and DMs and above, double. So if your DMs, if you have your consultants in your team, do 2.5, you double yours.
Yeah. Well, I'm going for double anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We'll put an official statement out. probably the airport tomorrow. Yeah, with a picture. Yeah, that's it.
Did you message your head office about that?
Oh no, I haven't yet.
What question was it?
But I think yeah, I spoke to John about it. I mean, looking at the conversation, there's no way it says that you need to hit it. Talking about pickup credits.
Okay.
So if anyone said it, so is in a scenario when somebody's overtaken,
like Danny's above Laura at the moment, but Laura's an area manager and Danny still has a central area. Laura can still pick up 10,000 from Danny to go towards region as a pickup credit. So Laura, if she hits 30,000, will go into region qual. She doesn't. Laura thought she'd have to hit 40 to pick up credits, but I think she hits 30, you pick it up. Yeah. So it makes Laura's goal towards region achievable.
Alrighty, are we good?
Okay.
Anyone got any questions?
All right.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the training. Thank you guys for doing your why. Thank you for your training.
If anyone wants to help me pack, then the
Have a
space.
nice holiday. We'll be very jealous.
I only need a bikini, don't I? It's fine.
Okay, you've got spray on one.
Yeah. I might have a white though. There's no white bits on this body. 22.5, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura, you and I.
Yeah, because you all the areas did about, yeah, you're all about the same. I didn't.
I doubled what I didn't.
I've got us on Thank you, everybody. Oh, Joe made it on. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. You're looking nice and tanned.
Yeah, look, this is me with no makeup on, but with spray tan.
Lovely.
I
Lovely.
don't know. The chat. Yeah.
Cool.
The business network coming every few minutes. Oh yeah, yeah. Was Lisa still on?
They're in them.
Hi Sam.
Oh, nice.
Hi. Right, we'll hang up now. I need to pack my bag. I haven't packed anything.
You better go do it.
Bikini, don't I? 5. We're going at 5. Yeah.
5. Gosh, go.
Have a good time. Have fun.
Have fun.
See you later.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Night, night, everybody.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.